I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
Patrice, that was a time in my life where I just needed to get out of the construction work I was doing, and I was trying any venue to do it. And Howard was doing, this is back in like 93 or 94 or something?
93, 94.
And he was doing some Jackie Martling sound-alike contest.
But you guys were working together still then.
We had just
started.
met. We had just met. Like, I had done Opie's show probably twice.
It was the Opie show.
And, yeah, it was Opie's Nighttime Attitude on BAB.
Oh, I had attitude, too, man.
That's right,
Oh, boy,
man.
did I.
That's what Opie get fired every Thursday.
And I went in, it was me and my buddy Randy Asher went in there. And we had a plan. We drove into the city, got on Howard's show. I did impressions of...
you missed a little detail.
What happened?
Drove in the city, got hammered.
Oh, yeah, I had to get hammered.
That explains.
I was drinking a lot of beer.
He just kept doing Jackie. But it was just... And people would try to calm him down. He'd just go...
No, I needed as much airtime as I could possibly fit in. And then I was doing impressions of Dominic Barbara and just anything I could throw out
at the
time.
Amazing, dude. I was like,
well, now we got to play the clip. And we have a good audio clip of that.
It was just,
get it to us.
Was that in here? Was that this?
No, it was
the old studio.
The old studio. Down on Madison.
I started watching it. I was like, oh my! I said,
yeah, believe me, I wanted out of construction and into radio, and I thought like any opportunity I got to get on the air would show my talents. But apparently, only Opie was the one that kind of saw it.
Oh man,
visualized it.
You know it's weird. Anthony was up for grabs. He was doing other radio shows, but this business is filled with ridiculous egos. They couldn't see past their own ego, and I'm like. Wait a minute, no one has grabbed you yet? Are you kidding? He was like a free agent. He was like the first-round draft pick.
I'm like,
no one's picking it. What's wrong with these people? They would rather pick some, like, hole or something, to keep their ego as large as possible. They don't want to share the whole ego thing. Yeah, because he was doing shows all over the New York area. No one saw the talent to hire him full time. I'm like, these people are nuts.
Like, what was it? Now, what was
first freaking?
Wait a minute. Like, was it the impressions? Was it just he was pure funny? What was it like?
This
that
old story. No, it started with a parody song.
No, not. But I mean,
when he came on my show live for the first time and. The first 30 seconds, I knew we'd be working together for a long time. Okay. I had no doubt in my mind.
I kind of knew from listening to radio for so long, kind of what needed to be done. Like I knew to shut up when Opie was talking and trying to spell out a bit or spoon feed, as you used to say, to the audience what was going to happen, and not step all over him and just do it back and forth with him. I think that was a huge part of it. And then. Yeah, I was always doing impressions and
stuff. There are
like
radio guys kicking themselves to this day. To this day, they had him in their studio doing their show, and they're like, just a bunch of dopes let him leave. I mean, the first time we were live in a studio together, I'm like, I ain't letting this guy leave. Sorry. I basically gave my 2 weeks at BAB and said, look, we're moving on. And I didn't even know if he was a serial killer on the side. I didn't care.
And you just put all your clothes in that knapsack, the runaway knapsack.
That was pretty much it. Threw my tools out the window and
a scarf wrapped around a stick and said, "Where we going?"
I was in radio at that point. That was it.
All right, listen, we're gonna end the show with this. We're talking about Anthony. Patrice brought it up. You saw this video online. Got the audio.
Oh God, I thought I was gonna be out of this mess.
Well, we have the first show you and I did. We will have to do this next time Patrice is in.
Yeah.
You can't just play the George Burns.
Shut up.
What is your name?
No.
My name's Anthony from Roscoe. Anthony, all right. And yes. Oh, yeah. Anthony, do you have anything to tell us? Yes. What's black and white and green? What is that? My wife. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, this is Sam Kinison. Hey, Jack, you want to do some Vegas stuff with me, man? We'll, go out there with the Outlaws, have some fun.
Where's the money? Where's the money? Green. I love green. Green money. Green. Green.
Is that a good Jackie? Honest to God.
It was the It was Billy West's version of Jackie.
Okay. He was supposed to win that.
So it wasn't
the competition.
Oh, I got compliments and everything.
I think I still owe you a stereo.
How he loved me.
I think I owe you a stereo.
Yeah, I know. I should have won this.
Comedian or something?
Yeah, that's right, Howard. How you been, buddy?
Hey, good to see you.
For quite a while, you know.
Yeah, I was thinking of stuffing your body and taking you out on tour. You're much easier to work with
Yeah,
now.
that's true. I was pretty obnoxious there. It's not too good being dead. Those Christ jokes not going over too well these days.
Boy, he's good. He might look odd, but he's good. You do, Beavis?
Coming from Howard.
The dumbest contest I've ever done and stuff. Man, this sucks. Go back to your Kinnison. All right, very good. What is your name, Anthony? You're stupid. What's your last name? Anthony Cumia.
Well, you was just a problem.
Just happy to be there.
Okay.
Just happy to be there, you
Every
ass.
second was funny.
I had to
what's
be.
your name, man? Anthony Cumia.
Dude, that
You
was
slap your face and spit on the floor.
every second. Let me explain that. Every second.
At everybody as he's talking.
Every second I was on anyone's radio show was my ticket out of the friggin' mess I was in construction.
Oh, my God.
So I was like, I didn't want a second to go by that I wasn't on and doing something.
He was auditioning. Who are you
I was auditioning for the Howard Stern show, believe me.
He was moving around fast.
If Howard would have told me you had a job, I'd have been saying F Opie, that clone hack, right now as we speak on Sirius. I swear to God.
I'm thank God you didn't. I mean, look, man. Opie and Anthony Cumia have been very good to me.
Like he just was just wacky without repair. Like, I'm.
One more.
Oh, you bastards, man.
I work on the Opie show on WBAB. Is that right? What is the Opie show? It's Opie, 7 to midnight, WBAB. I don't even know what that is.
Opie's the guy that sort of does your show on WBAB at night. He takes a lot of phone calls. He's outrageous. He's a young guy.
Big fan.
A big fan of yours. Big fan.
Oh, really?
But hey, who is it? But meanwhile, you do a great Jackie. That's all I can say.
Thank you.
Can you imagine the dismissive, like, some dude named Opie? Okay, it's just hindsight's 2020 now.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, jeez.
Well, I said that I was going to go on and plug Opie's show on Howard's show,
And you did.
And yeah, I did that, and it cost me the stereo that I should have won because I was the best.
All right, I'll buy you one.
Did it really cost you the stereo thing?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he was obviously going to win, but then
I had
that
it
little
wrapped
plugged
up.
in didn't.
I had it all wrapped up. my friend.
Did you do you at all that day?
No, I don't think I
What's
did.
your name, Anthony?
I ended up on the E show also for that. Like, I was out in the hallway and the E video was going, and Dominic Barbara was out there, so I started doing a Dominic Barbara impression for years. This is going back like 94. This is friggin'
Wow.
He
like
beat up
13
Dominic
years
Barber
old.
pretty good with his
I beat
impression.
him up so bad.
And then years later,
I'm sitting in a courtroom getting a divorce, and my wife's attorney is Dominic Barber, so it really kind of came back to haunt me.
Wow.
I'm up on the stand, and he's going,
You do an impression of me. Go ahead, do it.
All right, listen, we got to do line of the day.